Welcome, team. Today we are going to be discussing the key. The key is something that we all should have so that we could know what UIC belongs to what unit, what equipment gets what type of service, how do we identify the equipment when we are pulling a report. And we need a key because the equipment might change UIC, the equipment might change admin number, the equipment might have changes, and if we have formulas and any of those things change, we have to go into the formula and change the formula again. And the person that created the formula, is no problem. They could do it in like 2 seconds. But when we hand it off to someone else and they create the form and the USC changes, then they might not be able to make the changes as easily as the person that created it. So we need to have a key so that whoever comes to replace us, always show them the key and tell them the values of what it means. And this key that you see right now, it is a key for the material, for the equipment, for the model number. The main column is the material. The material does not change. The model number, you could change it and call it whatever you want to call it. So if we go off model number, it's not going to be accurate. The same thing for the description. The LIN number, we could use the LIN number, but sometimes within each LIN, there's different material numbers. So the best and most consistent way of tracking it is through material number. So in here we have the material number in this unit is grouped into fleet and system. It could be, you could call it whatever you want to call it. You could mirror AR cop, you could mirror whatever you want to call it. But fleet and system. And then it has the usage that it gets, distance or time. This is the MP type that the unit calls it, and this is the MP type that the hire calls it. They should mirror each other. This is how much time it takes to do a biannual, how much time it takes to do an annual, how much time to do a semi-annual. These times are not accurate. They're just times. They all say 30, 24, and 12. So when you get this and you use this, then you put in the time that it takes to complete a service. This is an excellent tool for planning purposes, where you go into a training meeting and you could say, this week we have 100 hours of service to do. So I need 100 hours of mechanics to be present. We don't have to discuss what type of equipment it is, if it's a semi-annual, annual, none of that. We only discuss how many hours of services are due this week and what is our potential. So if I sold you a task to do something else, then it's not on us. We're telling them what is due, hours, and what we have. But that's a different topic. Here we have how we identify the units. The preferred way is through S-logs. With S-logs, we identify what division it belongs to, what brigade, what battalion, what company, and what UIC. If we go with UIC, we could identify the same things. But with S-log, we take another step. We could say what type of S-log it is. It's a Class 2 S-log, Class 9 S-log, or PBO S-log. And that is helpful when we're trying to determine how many lines of SSL that S-log gets. And if we're using combat common shop stock, then we can say what type of common shop stock it is. If it's infantry, if it's artillery, BSB. So that's why S-log is the preferred way of doing it. If we are using this for services, UIC is good enough. But if you're using it for ZPark, we need S-log. This is the system condition key. You have a condition code, tells you what it is, and what group it belongs under. Awaiting parts, these are all awaiting parts. These are all complete. evac, in-shop, and other services. And the standard is how many days it should be open before it pops up with a warning. This is the ZPark key. This one right here is for requirement priority. It gives you the combinations of what's a go. A pacing item, NMC, notification priority 1, and requirement priority 02. That will get a go. So all these are combinations of goes. These are for reporting. If it's NMC supply, circle X, condition code 2. That will be a go. Condition code 2 is awaiting deadlining NMC part local purchase. So all these right here are combinations that will get an automatic go. These right here is a key for what is a maintenance key and what is POL. If you get an NSN, that's a POL or maintenance kit, you add it and name it appropriately. This is a key for equipment that is critical fleet. This is used for ZPark, to passing parts. This is a key right here for common shop stock. It has a list of all the lines. Currently, there's 3,500 lines, and it tells you what type of unit it is, BSBB. For this material number, they need to have 5 authorized on hand for safety stock. So this is for a CAV could have this, they could have 1 of these on hand. This one here, the same thing. Infantry could have this, and so on and so forth. So this is a list of everything that is on this common shop stock. This is direct labor. This is how many hours a 91 Bravo level 10 should work in a week, 28 hours. There you go. So we've gone over the keys, the different types of keys that we have, how to change them, how to add to them, and how to keep them updated, and the importance of it. The biggest part of it is that if changes happen within the unit, you do not have to go into formulas how many changes, or you go into the key and change it. Biggest example and the most common one is UICs. When you get a derivative UIC, the UIC still belongs to the same company, but it's different. So it's still the same company. It should still be tracked. And then when the UIC goes back to its normal UIC, sometimes that derivative UIC might show up on old work orders, old service plans. So it doesn't matter which UIC shows up, it'll be tagged to the same unit. And the formula's not going to break because the formulas are referencing a key that's easy to manage and update. Well, team, once again, thank you for your time. Any comments or questions, write them below. Subscribe, like, and share. Thank you.